Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, how are you today? I hope you are fine. We are from Group 8, majoring of Agribusiness, Sriwijaya University. Want to tell you about making inference. But first, let me introduce ourselves. My name is Khalisa Fitri Humairoh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Ramadhan.
Hello everyone, my name is Martahi, Shynzy, Oloan, Sihaloho.
Hi, my name is Vieri, Anugerah Ramadhan.
Now, let's our presentation. First, we will tell you about what is making inference. It will be explained by Vieri, Anugerah Ramadhan.
It is a logical guess based on details and clues in the text. It is like a hypothesis in a science project. In order to make good inference, we need to pay attention to the details the writer gives us about what they know, and then connect those details to the plot. It is often necessary to read between the lines because writer cannot include all the possible information about a topic or situation. Writers leave out information that they think readers will know already or will be able to guess. Observe the picture on the right. What is happening? What inference can you make? In reading a text, you have to be able to distinguish between fact and inference. An author usually presents fact about a situation or topic and also makes inference from the fact. Making an inference involves using what you know to make a guess about what you don't know or reading between the lines. Readers who make inference use the clues in the text along with their own experience to help them figure out what is not directly said, making the text personal and memorable. Helping students make text memorable will help them gain more personal pleasure from reading, read the text more critically, and remember and apply what they have read. Another definition, an inference is the ability to connect what is in the text with what is the mind to create an educated guess. In order, Harina states that in KBBI, inference is a conclusion or opinion from a story that can be concluded. So, it can be concluded that inference is the idea or opinion to be conclusion because evidence and reasoning.
Okay, next, we will show you about how to make inference in 3 easy steps. It will be explained by Martahi Shynzy.
I'm gonna explain to you about how to make an inference in 5 easy steps. Step 1. Identify an inference question. First, you'll need to determine whether or not you're actually being asked to make an inference on a reading test. The most obvious questions will have the words suggest, imply, or infer right in the text like this. According to the passage, we can reasonably infer. Based on the passage, it could be suggested that some questions, however, will not come right out and ask you to infer. You'll have to actually infer that you need to make an inference about the passage. Here are a few that require inferencing skills, but don't use those words exactly. Step 2. Trust the passage now that you're certain you have an inference question on your hands, and you know exactly what an inference is. You'll need to let go of your prejudices and prior knowledge and use the passage to prove that the inference you select is the correct one, different from those in real life. Out in the real life world, if you make an educated guess, your inference could still be incorrect, but on the multiple choice exam, your inference will be correct because you use the details in the passage to prove it. You have to trust the passage offers you the truth in the settings of the test, and one of the answer choice provided is correct without stepping too far outside the realm of the passage. Step 3. Hunt for clues. Your third step is to start hunting for clues, supporting details, vocabulary, characters, action, descriptions, dialogue, and more to prove one of the inference listed below the questions. Take this question and text. And the last step was practice. To get really good at making inference, you'll need to practice make your own inference. First, so start with these free inference practice worksheets.
Next, we will tell you about kinds of inference and inference versus observations. It will be explained by Lucky Ramadhan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, I'm Lucky Ramadhan, and here I want to tell you about inference and observation. Many people find it hard to tell the difference between inference and observation. There are both nouns, but making an inference is a process and making an observation is not. An observation is something you notice, witness, or see. An inference is something you conclude by putting together different bits of evidence. Kind of inference. 1. Inference direct. Inference are conclusions drawn from only one premise. The conclusion should not be drawn more readily than its premise. Example 1. Mom, tomorrow my birthday, I was invited to dinner. But I have no new clothes, no longer the gift. Then the inference of the proverb that cannot go to the birthday theme. 2. Indirect inference. Inference are conclusions drawn from two or more premises. The process of reason to form a new preposition on the basis of the merger preposition, old preposition. Example: A. I looked into the room. B. Ceiling is very high. As a missing link given inference, for example, C. The room has a ceiling.
Now, I will show you the example of making inference and why making inference is important. Number 1. What do you see in this picture? Fake. The boy does not like vegetables. Inference. He has a plate of veggies in front of him and a skull on his face. The students make his or her own feelings about veggies to understand what we might be thinking. Number 2. What do you see in this picture? Fake. The girls want to buy chips, but her mom is not going to allow it. Inference. The girls look like she is hopeful her mom might let her put the chips in the shopping cart, but the mom is holding up her hand as if to say no. Number 3. Hybrid cars are good for the environment, but they may not perform as well as cars that run only on gasoline. The Toyota Prius gets great gas mileage and has low emissions, making a good green option. However, many people think that it is unattractive. The Prius also cannot accelerate as quickly as other models and cannot hold as many passengers as large fueled SUVs and vans. Compared to similar gas-fueled options, hybrid cars more money upfront. A new hybrid car costs almost $3,500, more than the same car configured to run just on gasoline. Which of the following can you infer from the passage? A. Hybrid cars are more dangerous than other option. B. Toyota is making a lot of money from the Prius. C. Cars that use gasoline are going to destroy the environment. D. Hybrid cars may not be the best choice for everyone. What do you think the correct answer is? Yes, D. Because you will notice right away that there is nothing about car safety in the passage at all, so you can eliminate choice 1. Choice 2 is implied. If the car costs $3,500 more than other cars, then Toyota will be making a lot of money by selling the car. But is it the most reasonable conclusion? To be sure, you need to go through all of the answer. You may think that choice 3 is true. After all, people want to make the hybrid cars because they believe that emissions are contributing to environmental damage. Even if you think it is true, the answer has to be supported by the text to be the correct answer to the problem. And now, compare choice 4 with the other possible answer, choice 2. You are thinking choice 2 may not be as good an answer because you don't know how much Toyota to make the cars, and you don't know how many they sell, so you cannot reasonably infer that they are making a lot of money. Why making inference is important? Researchers have confirmed that thoughtful, active, proficient readers are metacognitive. They think about their own thinking during reading. They can identify when and why the meaning of the text is unclear to them, and can use a variety of strategies to solve comprehension problems or deepen their understanding of a text. Proficient readers use their prior knowledge and textual information to draw conclusions, make critical judgments, and form unique interpretations from text. Inferences may occur in the form of conclusions, predictions, or new ideas. And the last of the presentation is the conclusion. It will be explained by Lucky Ramadhan.
Conclusion. So, what you can infer about inference? Everyone make inference all the time. You can pull together this definition and example to make a conclusion about what inference are, or infer what inference are. Read a random paragraph from a magazine or book and see what you can infer about the entire piece using only the information presented in that paragraph. Inference has an understanding of which activity make inference based on expression and the context of the use. There are two kinds of inference, namely 1. Direct inference and 2. Indirect inference. How to make inference? 1. You can take what you know and make a guess. 2. You can draw personal meaning from text or picture. 3. You can that's clue to come to your own conclusion.
Thank you, Lucky Ramadan. Okay, that's all of the presentation. We hope you are understand. If you have any words goes wrong, we apologize. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.